11 people have put their hand up so far, and among them, obviously, as I just said earlier, a record number of women, including Helen Clark, the former New Zealand Prime Minister, and Irina Bokova, the head of UNESCO. Do you think this time around gender should be a factor in deciding who gets the job?
Well, you know, I think one thing that is exciting about having launched so late is that my candidacy was the candidacy that brought gender parity. So now we have 6 women and 6 men. So that's already exciting. We have 6 women from the Eastern European region, and we have 6 women outside of the Eastern European region. The reason why I underline that is because there is a sentiment that perhaps the next Secretary General ought to be from the Eastern European region. There is also a sentiment that the next Secretary General should be a woman.
Do you think that's more important?
You know, I think both are important, but they cannot be the only factors. You also have to factor in trajectories, attitudes, skill sets, and each of us brings a different combination of this. So I think actually it's going to be very difficult for the Security Council and the General Assembly to sort all of this out, because there is I would say there's not one evident candidate.
Because all of you are very high caliber group of candidates.
And honestly, I am so grateful to all the other 11 candidates who are willing to throw their hat in, who are willing to take this responsibility. It has famously been described by the very first Secretary General as being the most impossible job in the world. And so I'm actually very grateful that there are that many people who are willing to do it.
With a job like this, what is if a woman does indeed get the position, what does she bring to the table?
Well, I have found over the years that I have served the UN that women, together with fantastic men, so nothing against them, but we bring a different set of skills. Perhaps because we are multitaskers from birth, we tend to deal with complexity without getting befuddled. It's something that we're used to doing. We tend to be a little bit more patient, I think. We tend to really take the time to listen and understand where people are coming from. And all of those are gross and perhaps irresponsible generalizations, because there are fantastic men who also do it. I think what is important about a female leading the United Nations is actually both symbolic, because we have had 8 Secretary Generals there, all of whom have been men, but also there's a certain responsibility, because it's not just about putting a woman at the head of the United Nations. It's about really opening up the space in so many other areas where we do not have gender parity yet.